deer harvesting weather. I did not expect when I arrived today, the soybean field I'm hunting has yet to be harvested, which they did last year, the last week of October. So it's still standing beans, nothing harvested yet. Last week of October last year, I had two of the most incredible sits in my life. Had a gorgeous, ancient, massive 6-year-old come in. Well, 6 point. Working scrapes, running, snort wheezing like crazy, wanting to fight the other bucks. I grunted at him. And he started making really heavy rubs, started thrashing like crazy. And then 2 days later, I believe that they were 2 days apart, I think, I had a bunch of does out in the field. The neighbor drove around on his UTV, spooked them. 10 minutes later they come out, and out of this little noodle neck between the grass field and the bean field, biggest buck I've ever seen in person, came dogging a doe, and he was on her all day. You could tell she looked like she was ready to cave in. He bred her 11 times that I was in the when I watched, and she ran him in front of me at 50 yards, but there was no stopping him. But what a day that was, both those days. Fingers crossed we get something like that today. This is shaping up to be hunt of the year. Let's see how it goes. a different little, actually no, that time it was the same 4-point. Came out, started feeding with them, sniffing them. I'm hugging the tree. And finally he was able to creep myself over, sat down, and that 4-point took those 2 does, started trotting after him. One of them might be hot, so they ran off. A couple other does came in, and the does actually took up their scent trail and they sniffed where they were, and they started trotting after him. Just a couple minutes ago I had the second and the third forkhorns pop out, smaller guys, and definitely younger bucks. And they were out in the field for a while. And then something downwind. It was downwind from them, so it wasn't anything they smelled. They kept looking down towards the bottom of the field where all those other deer went off to. And something definitely caught their curiosity. Ended up trotting into the tree line and trotting down that way. It wasn't tails up or anything. They didn't look scared, so I'm not too worried about that. But finally had a second to get my interview. I had to get a root canal done. I had a chipped tooth. It was broken for a while. Finally got it fixed. She's purple. That was a long, long procedure. But I finally have a full set of teeth again. I can't tell you guys how good that feels. When I got to my stand yesterday, I saw a flock of turkeys as I was entering into my stand. They paused me also on my steps for a couple seconds, but they were just getting into the woods, and I hear them all going like crazy right now, so I assume those deer, for whatever reason, found interest in them. They're going crazy right now. It is 6:30 a.m. November 4th, earliest I've woken up in a while. It's 32 degrees out right now. I got out to my car and it was brushed with snow. I was very excited to see that on the way over. It was snowing a little bit, but nothing really is sticking. But it's cold. Sure as heck is cold, so hoping to get these deer moving on their feet this morning. We got about an hour until shooting light, so we're gonna go ahead and get to the stand and see what's on his feet. Meh. My God. I just did it though. I know the camera light isn't good for y'all, and I apologize. I'm shaking so bad. It's just the freaking dough, I just missed the 9 point. I'm literally tearing up right now for shooting it though. It's been, I think, how many years? God. I think 6 years since I've harvested an animal with my bow. God gave me the chance on a beautiful 9 point I would have loved, and heck, it was the first time I drew back on a buck in such a long time. I did my mental checklist, but ended up shooting low, I believe. My lighted knock didn't go off. feel sick to my stomach. I have so many emotions right now. I'm so happy. I'm disappointed in myself. I almost injured an animal. That's the last thing I ever want to do as a sportsman. But thank God I missed. I was able to video him, double check, make sure he had no wounds or anything. Man, imagine if I were able to hit him. I would have filled my dough and my buck tag tonight. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get my light on. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my GoPro on. I had deer watching me. I'm so disappointed yet so freaking thankful at the same time. It's 6 years, man. So many people are gonna watch this and they're gonna think I'm crazy. I've had a lot happen over the past month and a half between getting in a wreck, my car getting broken into, a $1,500 package from my business getting stolen. All right after moving to a brand new freaking country. I was able to get away for a week, come back home to Erie, Pennsylvania. I've sat in a tree every freaking day. I've seen some of the biggest deer, recorded some of the biggest deer I've ever seen on this property. Coming up short every single night, but loving every freaking minute of it. A lot of time, work, effort, practicing, shooting stand, hanging stands, cutting lanes. And the number one thing this year is picking the wind. I never did that. I never focused on the freaking wind. And it made such a big freaking difference this year. Let's freaking go. Deer moving in through out there, and I keep looking down, wondering if it's still shooting late. And I finally got it on video, and it's probably the crappiest video. I don't even know if you could see it. I'm sure you could see the lighted knock. This branch I left hanging here so it could shield me from anything in that corner, break me up a little bit. And I actually had to push up on it a bit, but after missing the buck, I was able to relax myself, calm myself down, and just talk. Talk in my head. Talk to behind her shoulder, slightly quartering away. Slightly quartering away. And I couldn't tell, but it didn't look like it got a lot of penetration at all. But the knock stuck in hers, and I saw right where she went in, so I'm gonna go ahead and get down. Man, God is great, man. God is great. And you know what? Because of all the hard work, time, effort, freaking 6 years of battling to get a freaking deer with my bow again, I'm dedicating this one to my grandfather. I'm dedicating it to my grandfather and my entire family for putting up with all the countless hours of the dirty boots walking through the house, never being home, and Kenzie for letting me come out here. But the reason I said for my grandfather, we lost him. And he's one of the hardest workers I knew. If I could give him a call right now, I would. God, I'm so freaking emotional, man. I'm not gonna sleep tonight due to the fact I missed what would have been my biggest buck. I passed up so many bucks. He definitely would have been my biggest. Gorgeous 9 I've been following this whole year. But God willing, and finally got one down. This doesn't go to show if you're just out to shoot something, you're out for the wrong reasons, man. It's not what hunting is about. But when it happens, all that hard work and everything pays off. You know, guys go out. You got people like the hunting public go out into 40 states a year and they're tagging out in each state. God bless them for that. That's amazing. I can't do that. So God graces me with one single deer. After all that work, I'm so freaking thankful. It's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get down out of the tree. I feel so sick. In a good way, I think. We don't think about it. Well, it's 8 o'clock, November 7th. Chilly morning, but it's supposed to warm up a good bit. Just reset our clocks yesterday. Had another south wind. I didn't want to set this stand because we had to walk through the bedding, but I saw a doe and a small, I think it was a 5 or 6 point this morning. Working a scrape. With my doe, we ended up, she went about 100 yards. She was stiff. You know, she didn't, she made it there and she was done. The NAP kill zone did its job perfectly. Buried, she's quartering away slightly. And buried the arrow right where I wanted him for the opposite shoulder, buried it right into her shoulder. Opposite side shoulder, I should say. Double lung. It's been probably the best full week of hunting I've ever had. Between so many mature deer, so many different experiences. You know, even last night while we were tracking, we were getting pretty nervous. The coyotes were howling like crazy, as they were in the morning. But everything worked out well. Deer's processed. Finally gonna have some venison for the first time in a while. I will be back, I believe, November 23rd through the 30th, so I'll get a couple days of rifle in. Rifle will open up while I'm back, so. And Pennsylvania's given us the first Sunday of rifle season to legally hunt. It gives me an extra day to be out, so that'll be fun. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I didn't want to hunt this stand, but it's a south wind. It's the only stand that I can hunt. So figured I'd get out. I have to go get a COVID test and then head back to Canada. I was supposed to get a 3-day COVID test. You have to, when you cross the border right now, you have to have a negative COVID test within the last 72 hours, and I completely forgot until this morning, so I'm going to try to get one of the super rapid tests. But I guess the best way to close this out is by thanking my family, by thanking my new family, Mackenzie and her parents. If it wasn't for her parents, I probably wouldn't have been able to even afford to come on this trip. And God bless those people for all the help, care, and love they've all given me, to my parents for all of their help, love, and care as well. I'm a blessed man, that's for sure. And of course, all glory to God for his beautiful creations. Sunrises like this on a nice cold frosty morning. Nothing gets better than that. So I'll probably be sitting for another half hour and then have a 4-hour drive back to Canada, where archery in November is every other week, and then every other week is a muzzleloader, and in some places shotgun. So there's a buck right here. How about that for a send-off? You know, in Pennsylvania, that's a book I saw this morning. In Pennsylvania, they have to be, for a legal buck, they have to be 3 up on one side, and that is not including the brow tine. So he's a legal buck, but he's definitely a pass buck for the next couple years. Maybe in 2 or 3 years. But again, all the glory to God on his beautiful creation. Days like today, sunrises like this, and just overall experiences like the one I've had. It's just been absolutely incredible. What a week. And it's not even the heat of the rut yet. What a week. It's weeks like this that make you remember to live in the moment before you tell yourself you should have lived in that moment a little bit longer.
Hi, Hunter. This is Grandpa calling. Nice of you to call. Appreciate the call. Very nice. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but we'll talk. We'll have time to talk. You just keep up the good work, buddy. Glad to hear from you. Talk to you later, Hunter. Love you. Bye.